I absolutely loved Stacy Julian's Treasures album. And this cover page that she made, I think is so cool. Just the idea of being able to take all those little scraps and pieces from your album and tie them together in that triangle grid. Now, Stacy told me, and this is her little rough draft here, that the way that she made this is using a paper trimmer, and you can see she drew a pencil line on here to get everything just the way she wanted. But I thought, man, that seems like a lot of work. Let's find a way to make it easier. And so I decided to use an electronic cutter. So I'm gonna go into the pattern selection and I'm going to choose a triangle. So I can just scroll through here until I see a basic triangle. Perfect. Now the height and the width aren't what I want it to be. And I think that Stacy told me, and I'm looking at my cheat sheet here, that they're 2 by 2 1/4. So I'm just gonna reduce this height here, okay, to 2 1/4. Now here's the problem. The width is not reducing at the same thing. The aspect ratio is different, but don't worry, because this is an equilateral triangle and I believe that Stacy's are not. So I'm gonna hit this button, which releases the aspect ratio for me, and now I can make the width too, just like I would like it to be. So that's an easy way to customize exactly what you're getting. So how many of them do I want? Well, it depends what you're doing. For the sake of fun, I would say, let's have a lot of them, right? Let's have 10 of them. So I'm gonna set that right on there and you can see them laid out. Now, one of the things that's really easy is if I don't want to use up a ton of paper, I can actually ask my machine to maximize the use of the space. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this button and I'm going to say, hey, tell me the best way to not waste paper. And it's going to lay it out for me in a way that wastes the least amount of paper humanly possible, because you know I'm a hoarder and paper gets precious. So that's perfect. I can also choose from other options that will lay it out, let's say more prettily or all in a row. But personally, you know, I like to choose the way that just makes it nice and tight and I do not use up any excess paper. So now that I've done that, I am going to feed my mat into the machine, and it doesn't really matter which way you put it in. You can put it in either way, and I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to hit OK again, and I am ready to cut. I want to always check my blade depth, so I'm just going to pull that out. My blade is a little bit high right now. I'm going to put it down to a 7. If you had a new blade, you'd probably be as low as a 4, but I've been cutting with this for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that back in. I'm going to hit start, and now it's going to cut that out. Now, while that's cutting out, I just want to show you, because I have a bunch here that are already done, that it's really easy just to take them, line them up, you know, oops, put it that way. And you can see, because they're all the same size, they're gonna fit together just like a quilt, kind of totally perfectly. Makes it nice and easy. And if you go off the edge like this, then you just want to take a pair of scissors after you've adhered it and cut it off. And if you look here, that's exactly what Stacy has done. This looks like an overall piece of pattern paper because she's cut off those ends right there, the edges, and of course inked and painted around them. Now, our machine is done, so let's go ahead and unload it. And let me go ahead and grab one of those triangles. And now you can see with the ones that are cut before, this fits in perfectly because it's exactly the same size. Super easy way to do it, really quick.